Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Southampton rebuild episode. Thoroughly enjoying this, to be honest. This is episode number 13. Whilst we are doing really well, if you look bottom right, we are sitting fourth. We are more than likely going to finish fifth, which is a bit disappointing not to make the Champions League, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. To be honest, everything has been going really well. We look at our fixtures. I mean, look at the last three Premier Division results. We've beaten Manchester City 1-0 at home. We beat Everton 2-1 away, and we beat Tottenham 2-1 at home. Everything is going really well. Now we have, if I come down to the recruitment side of things, as you can see, well, if I go back a little bit, £62 million in the bank, 353 grand in wages. We've also got two defenders coming in now, which is Bryn Worrell. He's a regen, but he's a good regen. And we're also getting Luca Pellegrini from Juventus on a free transfer. But when it comes to transfer history, I mean, yes, we spent £76 million. But if you look over here, like £186 million worth of deals. Some I didn't think I should do, but I did. Um, if you look here, so we sold Ibrahim Bamba for £45.5 million. Now, I didn't want to lose Bamba. He was the rock of my midfield, playing superb. Unfortunately, Arsenal met his release clause, which I didn't even really think about, if I'm honest. It was a complete mistake by me. So I tied up some of the players that I brought in and upped their release clauses so I didn't lose them. But moving more down, this is where it started getting tasty. You know, we've got rid of some players there. We've got ourselves what 22 million out of them for. Here's where it got big. João Pedro, 57 million to Leipzig. We only brought him for just under 20. Another big one, Mohamed Salisu. It's just under 40 with add-ons. It was the right thing to do in regards to the team. We have a look at the squad. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty good. I mean, I do need to work some areas of the side out, admittedly. We're good at right back here. We've got a couple of good left backs already. Walker Peters will probably move on at the end of this season, if I'm going to be honest. I might have to look for a backup right back. Defensive central midfield, as you can see here. You know, we got one at 3 stars. And this is potential, by the way. Two at 5-star potential. One at 4-star potential. And Ward Prowse, he might be another one that goes. On the wings and going ahead a bit forward, if we're looking, if I go all the way down, sorry. So if we look from Scott downwards, I mean, this is the who's who, really. You know, in the forward roles, we've got Hendrick, Victor Roque, Talas Magno, really good there. On the wings, realistically speaking, it's Yannick Carrasco, Arsene Zakarian, Strudel there in there. You know, there's six really good players there. My idea is to literally buy a massive forward and probably I don't know. I mean, I'm okay in goal here for the moment. You know, we have got De Gea, so we'll move on. But I just wanted to go over the squad. We've got Dominguez, who is wanted. He's wanted by Aston Villa. He is worth 42 million. And just to give you a heads up on that, and how it's gone with us, we got him on a free transfer. So it seems to be happening quite regular for us. We have qualified for the Europa Conference League, which is brilliant. Just need a couple of results to book our way even further. We just got to hope that Man City mess up somewhere along the way. and we can nick a Champions League spot. But as you can see here, qualify for the Europa Conference League 3 years ahead of schedule. For me personally, that's massive. Um, if I'm 3 years ahead in where they want to be finishing up position wise, this is only but a good thing, and hopefully we can build on and try and go even further and get more talent into the squad. A lot of these will probably be finding themselves outside at some point or the other. So we would have been playing Tottenham in the semi-final there. It's a Tottenham Benfica Europa League final. Knocked out in the quarterfinals we were by Fiorentina. And also how I'm doing this for those of you that are new to watching this rebuild in particular. Who've City got, just out of curiosity? Away to Forest, I expect them to win here. So I am literally letting the computer pick my side. It's probably the best way. So now you can get to see a little bit more in regards to my side. Schledlup, by the way, is an absolute monster on this game, and he is not even starting. So I think I need a 4-star central midfielder. I need a better forward, if I'm going to be completely honest. At the back's not too bad, if I'm honest. We do also go instant result, just so we can speed through the rebuild process. But we do play it as though you're playing it yourself. 2-0, Endrick with 2. We love that. City also won, which I'm not surprised about. Only 1-0 over Forest. So, do you know what? If Arsenal slip up at some point, maybe we do have half a chance. I don't know. But it's looking like fifth, to be completely honest. Overall, whatever happens, we have done so well with this side. So well. And we've turned it into Wonder Kid Central, really. I'm doing exactly the same on my Liverpool save as well, to be completely honest. And of course on my creative club as well. Yes, Aspria. Just curious about Jude Bellingham. 116 million. He's got 105 million. I'm just going to scout him because I'm just intrigued. There's no way I can afford him, but 4-star, 4-star. Has no transfer interest. I didn't think that was going to be the case. Now we got an opportunity to actually relegate Forest. Right, Watford and Tottenham, do us a favour. Tottenham did, but Watford didn't. So as of right now, we are probably bottom favourites to actually make the Champions League. Arsenal have Brighton at home. City, hopefully, they got a tough game. I'm hoping. Everton at home. So it's looking very likely that we will be coming in fifth, which I am happy with. But also at the same point, it's a bit of a gutting place to finish. Neither Chelsea or Liverpool will be taking a Europa League place after qualifying for the Champions League. The place, okay, that means nothing to me, unfortunately. Zanu is ill. I was kind of hoping that that meant that they were going to give a Champions League place to fifth. As me wishful thinking, really, there, to be honest. Just intrigued at how João Pedro has been getting on at Leipzig. Yeah, he's done quite well. He's done well, in all fairness. Yeah, we just got to win and we just got to hope. I just do want to have a look at the table. So transfer spend. So basically, 3 clubs have a we're in the plus on our spend, which is fantastic. So when it comes to goal difference, so we need Arsenal not to get a result. Basically, that's the only thing I can hope for. Don't get me wrong, they're two reasonably tough mid-table teams they're fighting. But if we get up to 72, you know, I can just hope for 2 draws, nick fourth in that respect. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty adamant that we will finish fifth, and if we do, fair play. They've given it a really good go. We've got to get the win first, of course. I feel like we're good enough to do that. And we do that 5-2. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed because I can see on the right hand side there, I think Arsenal will finish third. And I feel like the City have drawn and we've been beaten out by goal difference, which is a massive shame. Yeah, there it is. Arsenal win 3-1. And wow, Memphis Depay late penalty actually saved City's blushes there. A little bit gutted, in all fairness, for the lads. They haven't given me a next season's spend as of yet. I've just seen someone else it looks like I'm bringing in that I've forgotten all about. Dusko Pavlovic. I went for all the Wonder Kids, didn't I? And I picked up a couple like that. So it's a fifth place finish for Southampton. To be completely realistically honest, I have finished. I think it was. Oh, mine's gone a bit blank if I'm going to be honest with you. I believe I've finished in the top 7. I think it was definitely top 4. So we've got 30.9 million now, which is nice. 4.5 million to be shared out. Leicester have been relegated. And you know what we do when a team gets relegated? We want to check their top talent and we want to see if they've got relegation release clauses. Because if they have, we might have to have a little look. So James Maddison swings straight out to me, as does Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans is wanted by Tottenham. Does not have a release clause in his contract. Don't know much about his Marcus Leonardo. Okay. Tielemans is 28. Just comparing the two, really. Maddison's a lot more versatile, but Tielemans could do me my job in now. Just intrigued. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now that I know they feel as though that they're looks like they're willing to let him go, but I don't want to be counting my chickens just yet. So the board have basically said that I can keep what is there already, which is absolutely fine with me. It's £62 million. I will be going through the squad, and I will be trying to get rid of a few players who have not been involved as of late as well, just to try and make up a little bit more money. Our end of season review. Okay, they're really happy with a few of them transfers. We will just flick through. Top goal scorer for Southampton, Endrick, with 8 in the Premier League. Obviously, João Pedro scored a hell of a lot in there, to be honest. Biggest win was 6-0 over Ludogorets. Match to remember, 3-1 against Arsenal. Goal of the season was Ward-Prowse against Rangers. So our broadcast revenue was down. That was, I don't know why that would be. Is that because we were in the Champions League? I imagine so. Our sponsorship's gone up. Competition prize money, yeah, I believe that's just the difference of not playing in the Champions League, to be honest. Our team of the season can't really go against that, to be honest. There's just 3 players there that weren't averaging more than a 7. Accolade wise, fans player of the season was Ward-Prowse. Young player of the season was Telles Magno. Sign of the season, Loftus-Cheek. Ward-Prowse. Goal of the season, top scorer was Magno. Most assists was Magno. Most player of the matches was Magno. Average rating was Zakarian. Passes completed per 90 was Antonio Silva. Record breakers was Magno of assists and Alex Scott in the transfer fee. An ultimately successful season for Southampton started superbly and set them out perfectly for what was to follow. Southampton performed well from the very beginning. Their early season football was a joy to watch. Over the moon, to be honest, as a manager. So for some reason, I can never, ever, ever scroll down when it comes to the best 11, but we will go and check that out shortly. Club visions. So we're going to negotiate. We're going to have a little look to see what they want. Qualify for the Europa. Let's have a look. So end of next season, doesn't look like they're too worried, but became recognised as best of the rest. Work towards Europa League, towards qualify. So they're not pushing me in any respect. It's just a case of get top 10 realistically. It's slightly above average in the Premier Division. So if you're looking at that, is it going to let me? No, it's not going to let me do exactly what I wanted, but just looks like we are short up top. And we're going to Clearwater, Florida by the look of things in pre-season. Have been increased. We love that. So if I can just go and it's not really going to let me do what I want here. Yes, league table. Who else were relegated? Forest, Palace. Do Palace have anyone I would like to pick up? Michael Aloise. He does have a relegation release clause of 44 million. I'm just going to scout him. I know they're not playing at the moment exactly, but I'm just intrigued because could be good. David Obo. Don't know much about him. Yeah, we'll have a look at Oloise, see what happens there. Benfica overtake Tottenham in the Europa League final there. Got 2.7 million and a 1.62 million now. 1.1 million goes to the squad. And Zakarian wins young player in the Europa League. Love that. Oloise would be an excellent signing. So I'm going to just send out a recruitment thing here. I have tried this before and sometimes it just doesn't seem to work, but I want a striker. I want their minimum ability to be at least 4 stars. I want it to be ongoing. There's so many that are far back. I just want to. Let's just move on. But one thing I will be checking out soon is just going straight up into just by potential. And they just want some 5-star potentials because Southampton's got really good training facilities. Could be really good for the future. We are hit with a tax bill, 5.75 million. So if we have a look at the finances of the club, we're sitting at 104 million, which I believe is the most that's been in the club, to be honest. So we can't knock how it's all shaping up for the club at the moment. Tielemans as a priority. Client has been placed on the transfer list. Now, one thing I've seen there straight away is that City are interested. Why does it keep doing that? Let me go here. Yeah, for 28.5 million, we can't complain. Magno's not going anywhere as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now this is nice, but Tielemans is incredibly interested and has the same interest as joining City or Villarreal. So let's see where this ends up. I'll offer him 150. He wants 165. We'll give you 165 because I know he's a really good player. And he strengthens my midfield, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Which is one of the things that I did say I wanted to do. Gonna have to go through the old loanees that I put out. I did really want to sign Paul Wenner, but he wasn't interested when I actually put out a bid for him, which was accepted. Right, if someone's showing promise, we offer him a contract. don't want particularly too much there, that's fine. These can be set for release, so that's fine. So we've qualified for the 2025 Champions League by securing a top 5 finish. Okay. I don't know how, I don't know why, but we will take it. Wonder why that is. I have no idea. And do you know what? Neither do I care. I take it. Completely take it. Okay, so rookie Decker has won the Dutch Young Player of the Year. That's good. We come runner up in Manager of the Month. Beljo, he could be one man that goes out the door, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Beljo has won Promising Player. In respect of him, he's worth 9.5. Is that from me? How much did I pay for him? 3.6 million. So I am going to offer him out to clubs. I wonder if he's got a. He hasn't got nothing in there, but I will offer to clubs for £7 million. Feel like that might be a little bit too much. He's just not going to play for me, unfortunately. He didn't play when I first brought him in, so. Tielemans accepts Southampton's offer. Thank you very much. If that's the case, Mets are not prepared to make an offer for Beljo. Well, if he has accepted it, he hasn't said it here. Now he has. It's it's 30 million from the transfer budget, but that's a really good signing as far as I'm concerned. One that will really strengthen our midfield going forward. I'd probably say he now becomes first choice. Who is this guy? Never heard of him, if I'm honest. United declare interest in Zabani. He's worth 79 million. He has a release clause of 85. Well, if they want to spend 85 million on him, they are more than welcome. Esposito. Just want to have a look at him. I have heard really good things about him. So we've got three young, well, I'll say three young players. I wouldn't say they were young. Just assign these numbers. Tielemans number 7. And the other guy is clearly in the 123 million on transfer fees. I always say the same thing. He's got a release clause. If you want him, you got to make the offer. Okay, I'm really only looking for 4-star players now, if I'm going to be completely honest. Right, let's go into the squad. Let's have a look at what's going on in here. So Neto is going out the door. Walker Peters, I've just gone to the England squad. How long is he out for? Broken lower leg. 4 weeks to 2 months. I'm not going to be able to sell him just yet. But, see, Tielemans has come up at 3.5 stars now, which is quite annoying. But I feel like, is Dominguez still wanted? He's not. Danilo is of interest to some clubs, as is Lavea. Ward-Prowse, right, a dozy. We will offer out for £10 million. Gullickson, let's offer you out for £20 million, 22.5. Does Yep know he's leaving anyway? Belgio, 6. Mara, £2 million. A 2.5. See what happens. Other than that, I'm debating about Ward-Prowse, Dominguez. He has been good for me, Dominguez. I might just hold off for a minute. Strasbourg have come in for a dozy, that I can see. 7.5 million. He already has a set transfer fee of 9.25. Now, am I going mad here? I've clicked on the wrong thing. It's an optional. This will get rid of him for sure, and that's fine. Gullickson, I'll transfer this Gullickson. Watford in offer for Victor Roque. Interesting. Danilo, 48 million. Wow. Okay, so I would say Victor Roque's been really good for me, don't get me wrong. He's 20 years old. I paid 12 million for him. It's been 2 seasons, but he hasn't played enough. I'm going to see if I can negotiate this a little bit. So, if you give me 25 up front, you give me 4.5 there, give me 7 million there, give me 40 there, but how about the old buyback price? So potential value excess of 36.5. Let's do 40, 42.5, let's say. Okay, so they're willing to go up to 37.5. Okay. See, I think that's a really good deal. He's got a transfer value of 29 million. Endrick is better, in my opinion. Make that 6. Do you know what? Let's put in a couple of league goals in there. Do 1.5 million on each. See if I can get. They've agreed. It's 41 million. That also could ensure that I might be able to go for a big forward. Just which big forward? I mean, there is. He may not even be interested. Right, I suppose one thing I better do is just have a look at the player search. I've looked at this kid before, I think. There's a lot of teams that are. Let's just have a look in the 1 year. Not a lot of players there that I would say ones that are interested in transfer. So if I clicked off there, no doubt there will probably be. There you go. There's one there. I can offer them Champions League football though. That's the whole thing here. How about potential wise? Not a great deal if I'm going to be completely honest there. So let's just have a look. Rykov 5 stars for Fana. You could be the man I go for, you know. Inaki Williams, Dane Scarlett. On Carlo Ramos. Yusefa Mukuku, eh? I know how much of a beast this kid is. Jamie Donnelly, I believe, is Tottenham. I think it's more about a case of finding a player now who can do the job for us. See, and when you look at it like this, we need 4-star players. I'm gonna. Fana could be one. Maybe. Yeah, let's see what their scouts come back with. I'm pretty sure it'll be A or A plus. Adozi is going to go to Strasbourg. So England and Italy clinched the highest coefficient spots for the Champions League. So basically, that is the reason why we have qualified. We've got very, very lucky there, in all fairness. He's an A. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I feel as though I should make a move for him. I may need to end up selling someone else. Well, it all depends on this Victor Roque sale, to be honest. In thinking about it in regards to selling someone else. They're exactly what I thought. So is that what we've offered him? That is what we've offered him. So Roque has rejected Watford. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to offer them the same price, just to see if anyone is interested. A minus for Pellegrini, which is nice. No offers for Victor Roque. That's absolutely fine in my opinion. It's just one of those things. So his guide value is at 29. If someone comes in for 40 for him, then by all means. Let's get rid of that. Sometimes you've just got to bite the bullet and you just got to go for it. I'm gonna stick in an offer on our man. I've had Fafana in saves before. I've never had Makuku, so we're gonna give him a try. So he's up for loan now. Wonder what it would take. I've got 40 million in the bank, so we'll start off with 40 million, and this is where it's going to get a bit fruity, shall we say. I feel as though this is going to be the way to do it. Just with small little incentives, sort of done 30 games there. We want goals. And we want goals. Okay, so bonus after winning Champions League. Probably not ever going to happen, but we will stick one in there that is viable. So let's just be realistically honest here. So 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, but for the 50 games we'll bring it up to 750. Goals will make it more appealing. When it comes to competitions, but the one thing we haven't covered here is up the top, which is this one here, which I am willing to do something like that. Now I'm going to lower it just because, let's see, they £54 million. Okay, the bid is in. He is interested in transfer. He's very, very interested. We are going to reject that though. A minimum fee release clause. It needs to be near 100 for me. 68. We're not cool with that, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Right, you're going to lose your yearly wage rise. $105, 140. Okay, so clubs are still looking at us as a stepping stone, which I'm not really that cool about, if I'm honest, because I kind of feel as though we can offer players something. Lingard, 8 million quid. Depay, signing of the season. Let's be completely honest here. You've given Depay signing of the season for 59 million. Carrasco's stats, he's had more goal enrolments than Depay, and Depay gets signing of the season. Makes no sense at all. Reach league table, top half finish, quarter final. I'll put in fourth round now. So if that means reach the league table, does that mean that I've got to qualify? I guess that could be a case. We've got Southampton, first game of the season by the look of things. 80 million quid there. It's a favourable start to the season, I will say that. Right, just want to have a look at the old finances. Club's got a balance of 46 million. Wonder why that is. We were at 104 million, pretty sharpish. So I'm not sure what has happened there exactly. See that is loan happiness, is delighted, interest in extension, no. Okay, Yusufa Mukuku is signing for the club. Lots of add-ons in there. I feel as though, and anybody who knows anything about this game, I've probably got the two best potentialed strikers in the game now. I've got Mukuku and Endrick, and Victor Roque is not too far behind them, but he's not there yet. So I fully expect that I will be losing some of these very, very soon. But that is a club record deal right there. Thing is, now that I've signed him, how much is he worth? 51. I may need to do something about this at some point though. The good thing is, if somebody does come in for him, we will make profit on him. It's not what I'm about. I think at first it was a case of flipping a few players here or there just to get some money in. As of right now, I'm looking to actually build, to be fair. The only issue I have right now is that can't seem to attract any 4-star players. Seems like 3.5, near enough 4 is about as high as it goes at the moment, which is a shame. Ren Worrell, Euro under 21. I love that. Giuseppe recalled from his loan, approached to sign. No, thank you. Now he's wanted by a lot of clubs. Okay, players that are Beljo, they're saying is just not good enough. So we need to. I need this. I'll come back to this on their contracts. Ibrahim Koulibaly, high value player. Oh, come on, I'm having a nightmare. We offer him a new contract for sure. He just does not get this 10% that they all think that they can get. Also, the other one that we're definitely Yassine Kadir. Who has significant potential. There's a few players here, I believe. No, that is it. Enough time, but Tyler Diblin, I think I'm gonna offer him a deal as well. He looks pretty good, and if I'm honest. Other than that, it's going to be a case of trying to ship the rest out, I think. Atlanta have signed Neto. £1 million. Still want to know why we've gone crashing from 100 million down to practically zero. Is there something I've missed? Like, what's happened on my expenditure? Like, I don't know. What's my expenditure? At some point or the other, I know it might sound stupid, but I've lost a lot of money. Is it transfers? I really don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Not unless the board have pocketed it. So Adozi has gone to Strasbourg. We have signed Luca Pellegrini. The squad is now overloaded with players who like to play out from the defensive third of the pitch. Okay. You can't offer me this without a mandatory fee in there, I think. He's worth a few bob, this geezer. Guide value's 23 mil. Make it a mandatory of... Oh, please don't do this. So frustrating. Alright, we'll just make it a straight 20 mil. 4.3 million. Get out. That is just not happening. Right, anyone that has been released that can do me any favours? Trippier. He's got a lot of clubs that are looking at him. The club has successfully negotiated the restructuring all remaining debts. It might have something to do with it. Who was Mendy at? So I could have just easily have just looked in. Celso. Do I feel like I should go for Christian Eriksen on a free? I mean, I can't see why I wouldn't. The other one I was going to have a look at was Donny van der Beek. I can just offer it up and just. Do you know what? I've got too many midfielders. It's that simple. Right, I'm going to offer a couple of these guys out. Hopefully get some sort of interest. Ten loans are going to end. I think I might have messed up and gone a little bit too quick off the mark there. We shall see. Yeah, I did. I did go too early. Oh, Manchester City have gone in for Eriksen. Levi Colwill. I will definitely offer this kid a spot. Right. I think now we can. Can we do Beljo now? Yes, we can. We'll forward a day, see what happens. We're very, very close to the beginning of pre-season. So this episode has mainly been that funny time between the end of the season. Villarreal's Pinos, which is a 168 million. Right, I've just seen an offer in now. I'm going to. I'm not going to even look at it. I'm going to call it the end of the video now. So join us next time for the start of another season in the Champions League with Southampton. So far, I think this has been an A plus. This rebuild it has been going really, really well. Hopefully, we can carry this all on in the next episode. So give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn the bells on if that's what you want to do to get notifications when the video goes live. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.